Hello all. Welcome to the stream. Let me share screen. Yeah, and I guess everything seems nice as usual. It's great. So today's agenda will be to learn the cycle detection in graph. I was avoiding this topic since many days, and it's enough now. I can't avoid this anymore. It's time to learn the cycle detection. Baki, we did bus routes the last problem yesterday, and we did two hard problems which felt really nice, you know. So let me close all my overthinkings. Uh, jump game, yeah, jump game we solved. Cycle detection, Let's learn in the conventional way. Oh, don't see my usage of API. Is there API key visible? No, API key is not visible. Okay, so where is कहाँ है OBS कहाँ है I have automated things so much that I am not sure कि कहाँ पे क्या है कहाँ से ये फिजा आई जाने से तन्हाई जुदा हो गए हम ए जुदा हो गए हम okay yeah so am I everything is correct I hope so. If I share you the Notion template, as you guys know that I'm following this Notion template that I have created for myself for my own path. I'm not following any list anymore now. I will follow the list whenever required, but right now I felt the list, whichever the list I was following, was insufficient to proficient the work that I want to put in. Okay, so that's why this list exists in the first place. Can you guys, yeah. So now these are the problems that I have listed out from the cycle detection. So script for the union find DSU, we will solve these to try to solve these two problems. Valid tree, valid sorry graph valid tree, and then there is this detect cycles in 2D grid. So maybe we can do this first or do this first depending on the uh, easy like the level of the question. We will do the first, the easier one, the more easier one. ठीक है so this is one more, so let me open link in new tab, problems list, graph valid. So yeah, this, so these two problems are the goal. So we'll first do this, and now let me see how Kakashi, hello Kakashi brother, how are you? Every day you come, you just ask what's up and then you leave. What's the problem was, bro? You can stay long, no? You can solve questions along with me like you were solving that day. You can. I mean, you can. Uh, I was thinking because I was creating one automation. Let me first find the good source to find cycle detection in undirected graph. Okay. So there is a Strivers list ka page as well. So Striver take you forward. Detect cycle. So we will not do with the DFS. It's enough with the DFS now. I want to get out of the recursion. Mm, मैं भी वेब डेवलपमेंट पढ़ता हूँ रात में. बढ़िया बढ़िया भाई. क्या पढ़ रहे हो वेब डेवलपमेंट में ब्रदर? तो हालचाल पूछने आ जाता हूँ टाइम में. Oh shit. Don't jump directly to the solution. Try it out yourself. So on the basis of like trying out on ourselves, we have problem statement given an undirected graph with v vertices and e edges. Check whether it contains any cycle or not. So does this graph contains any cycle? No, it doesn't. No cycle in the graph. This contains. Okay, this image contains. We can take a reference instead of jumping on to the solution directly. We can think because we know many things right now. Uh, so we can take leverage of all those things and see what we can do. What are you saying? अभी तो स्टार्ट किया है HTML कर रहा हूँ दिन में DSA एंड रात को प्रोजेक्ट बढ़िया चल रहा है भाई बढ़िया चल रहा है okay so this is like we have to find cycles in the graph so the cycles in linked list I have solved that kind of question and in that I used hash set. Okay, in the hatch set, it was of type, for example, node in the linked list, and in that one, I used to add the node as it is in the hatch set. If we find the same node again, then cycle is detected. Understood? So can we use a similar kind of logic over here? This is not a node. This is a value. So we have to assume that every value of this graph is unique. Will this be a scenario? No, not always. Not always though. So let's not waste more time. Explanation cycle 4564 is a cycle. Okay. Acha, here are 8 vertices and 6 edges. Okay. सेमेस्टर ब्रेक चल रहे हैं अभी तो जितना हो सके स्किल्स डेवलप करने की ट्राई कर रहा हूँ भाई तुम लोग बहुत ही अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स हो यार सच में हम लोग सब कॉलेज में जब मैं था हम क्या सोचते थे समर मतलब जब ब्रेक होता था तो भाई मैचेस प्लान करते थे हम तो क्रिकेट खेलेंगे ये करेंगे घूमने जाएंगे the cycle in a graph starts from a node and ends at the same node. Yeah, so on that logic we are correct. So we can think of two algorithms to do this. In this article we will reading about BFS and in the next we will learning using DFS. Okay, we have to again go back to the DFS it seems. Let me post यार मैं ये डेली क्यों भूल जाता हूँ लेट मी पोस्ट द यूआरएल हियर I go Discord URL and let me post the stream URL in the Discord. So it turns out to be a circular dependency. Yeah. Okay, so one BFS and another one is DFS. So BFS is a traversal technique where we visit the nodes level wise. Yeah, level wise we go. That is it visits the same level of nodes simultaneously. So जितने भी एक level पे nodes है वो simultaneously visit होते हैं and then moves to the next level. The intuition is that we start from a node and start doing BFS level wise. If somewhere down the line we visit a single node twice, it means we came by two paths to end up at the same node. It implies there is a cycle in the graph because we know that we start from different directions we can arrive at the same node only if the graph is connected contains cycle otherwise we would never come to the same node again of course that is the scenario that is what I thought here अरे यार बहुत ही एकदम brightness आ जाता है white ये black वाइट मैं इसको ब्लैक करना चाहता हूँ बट मैं ब्लैक करना नहीं चाह रहा so initial configuration queue of course it's a BFS so we need a queue that's for sure define a queue and insert a source node yeah I understood this logic then by this line only I understood how to solve this means 2 is the source node and 1 is a parent node okay so whoever is joining the stream let me clarify that Today I'll be learning cycle detection in graph, and I'll try to solve two problems on this particular pattern, because I was avoiding this particular pattern since ages. So this is the list of questions that is left in the graphs that I have in front of me, and all of those are mostly medium and hard level of questions. From that I was running away literally. There's only one easier problem. So we will be doing cycle detection, cycle detection, cycle detection only. So let's see, there are two ways to do so, and we will see how we can solve this. And today after so many days, this is first time, like after maybe 2 3 months, I'm learning something new concept, like concept in front of you guys, because every other concept was the same. It doesn't, it was not too much of a change. Only BFS was there, and after BFS this is the cycle detection is there. So I'll talk less and learn more. Visited array, अच्छा यहाँ पे क्या दिया था? The source node along with the parent data, source node parent, yeah, source node and parent. So it's a queue. Source node, for example, 2 1 means 2 is the source node and 1 is the parent. अच्छा, we need to have the source node and we have to store the parent node as well, because unless or until that can't be a unique. Kakashi, yeah, sure brother. गाइस प्लीज डू लाइक द स्ट्रीम. मैं अपने इससे भी लाइक कर लेता हूँ यार, मैं भूल जाता हूँ, क्योंकि जब तक खुद लाइक नहीं करोगे खुद का काम दूसरे नहीं करेंगे. For BFS traversal we need a queue, data structure and visited array. Push the pair of source node and its parent data, okay, in the queue, and mark that node visited. The parent will be needed so that we don't do a backward traversal in the graph. We just move from frontwards, frontwards, forwards. Start the BFS traversal, pop out an element here from the queue every time and travel to all its unvisited neighbors using an adjacency list. Should I write my own code first before solving the LeetCode problem? Repeat the steps either until the queue becomes empty or a node appears to be already visited. Yeah, that's correct. If the queue becomes empty and no such node is found, then there is no cycle. So let me open a chart GPT, because I think I have chosen a wrong problem to solve. uh, I want the simplest uh, of the problem from LeetCode, which no, LeetCode based on the cycle detection using BFS pattern, as I'm just starting on it. So प्लीज, यू नो, ओपन एआई का जो फाउंडर है, क्या नाम है उसका, ओपन एआई फाउंडर? हाँ, सैम अल्टमैन ने बोला है कि जब भी वेन एवर वी आर यूजिंग दिस प्लीज, रिक्वेस्ट, ऑल दिस कीवर्ड्स, ना, इट डजेंट अफेक्ट anywhere the result, it's just a waste of tokens that we are doing, but still we are human, so I'll add please. जल्दी दे भाई, जल्दी जल्दी दे भाई. Start with the 207 कोड schedule. It is the simplest lead code. जब बेंचो मैं पूछ रहा था, लिस्ट बना रहा था, तब कहाँ ये, सॉरी फॉर माय लैंग्वेज. Sequence a course schedule, ये क्यों पहला रिजल्ट ऐसे दिखाता है? इट्स अ कैलेंडर क्वेश्चन, दैट मीन्स इट्स अ टुडेस क्वेश्चन. और व्हाट इज दिस रिडीम? Are you sure want to redeem a time travel ticket? 70 lit course ना हमका ना चाहिए. Course schedule is this. It's still a medium question. There are total of num courses you have to take label. I haven't decided which question to solve yet, but we will. मेरा व्यू सही से नहीं आता है क्या? शायद I need a camera over here. There are total number. There are total of num courses you have to take label from 0 to n num courses minus 1. You are given an array prerequisites where prerequisites I is this indicates that you must take course first if you want to take a course AI. Uh, this is the wrong way to learn a new pattern. I have to open IntelliJ first, and in the IntelliJ I have to create my own cycle detection का this. So मैंने वो DSA वाला delete कर दिया, which is so new project, and I'll just name it as DSA, and location is like take the new location coding. There should be a new folder over here, no? DSA के अंदर DSA open, and yeah, add sample code. Yeah, fine. Do add this window. I don't want this project. Yeah, this project I want. And let me run this file. Okay, so I have to write my own this. So let me create, क्या नाम है अपने, cycle detection using df bfs fan by bfs. So this, and we have to make this a runnable file. क्या करें? हेलो भैया, व्हाट्सअप. अरे पार्थ शर्मा, हेलो हेलो ब्रदर, तुमने प्रोफाइल चेंज कर लिया है क्या? हेलो पार्थ शर्मा. Today we are learning the cycle detection. uh, so let me give copilot this job, no? Yeah, make this file as runnable so that I don't have to run the main.java every time in this project. An individual file will be a new algorithm that I'll practice. ये कहाँ गया भाई? ये मैकबुक का मेरे को सच में पसंद नहीं आता भाई, मैनेजमेंट. इसको अलग से टाइम दो. आ, ये बाहर से शांत अंदर से सुशांत. बाहर से शांत अंदर से सुशांत, मैं नहीं समझा भाई. किसको बोल रहे हो? यार को पायलट को काम देके गलती किया मैंने, कोडेक्स को देना चाहिए था ये काम. You should know which AI agent will serve you the better here. Yeah, continue. Take my tokens. Today अभी हमारा एक कॉल चल रहा था, and today we have like decided to bring the token concepts in our product, which is like years old product, and they now expect us user will do everything for free. just that the end result चाहिए उसको, तो we the user have to use the tokens, and this is our quarter goals, you know. ए क्यों डिलीट किया? सुशांत की प्रोफाइल पिक लगाई है मैंने। अरे भाई इतना छोटा सा, पहले ये छोटा स्क्रीन है, इसके ऊपर कैसे दिखेगा ये? नहीं दिख पाएगा। देखो, नहीं दिख पा रहा है। या सुशांत सिंह राजपूत, यस। इसको बोलते तो रहने दे चाचा, इतने में तो मैं खुद कर लेता। ओके, so meanwhile let's read the remaining things. A graph can have connected components as well. In such cases, if any component forms a cycle, then the graph is said to have a, oh भाई क्या लाइन इतना मतलब लिखने की क्या जरूरत थी? A graph can have connected components as well. In such cases, if any component forms a cycle, then graph is said to have a cycle. मतलब कुछ भी भाई। Check for connected components in graph. Okay, for I less than n, I plus plus, if not visited, if detect cycle I equal to true, detect cycle I equal to true. Okay, so consider the following graph and its adjacency list. Okay, we have to use adjacency list again, but now this is not a DFS. This is not a DFS. Mm, but the BFS, but the DFS. Blasty Bob 123 bro suggest the stack for software development. यार कुछ भी choose कर लो भाई, it doesn't matter right now. तो आज के ज़माने में the which technology you are using doesn't really matter bro. Your end goal is what you should be careful about. AI इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन प्लेटफॉर्म कैसा आइडिया है मेरे फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए? बहुत ही अच्छा आइडिया है. It's nice. There are already such things available in the hacker rank. I have used hacker rank पे जाके तुम you can do all those. ये अच्छा दिखा रहा है इसमें. So visited array this. Uh, let's open this GIF in the new. What is it's doing? Okay, one is visited. One we. Hey, wait. Hey, wait, buncha. One and minus one. uh, Acha, minus one is for the parent node is not available because that's the starting node, and then we are popping that out, and then we are adding 2 comma 1. 2 is this current node, and then 1 is its parent node. Okay, understood. Then 3, acha, iske sare neighbors, because it's a level BFS. So BFS travels in a levels, so it's not like सब जाके आएगा. It is like 1 के दोनों neighbors travel होंगे. We will push that in the queue, then we'll pop that out. uh, okay, and when how it is like visitor. Okay, now I understood thoda thoda. Bro, but can you give idea? I'm confused. Okay, okay, let's clear your confusion first then. Tell me what you want to build. I'll suggest you the tech stack according to that. The tech stack that I am following currently is Angular for the front end, or sometimes React for the front end, and Java for the back end, Java and Spring Boot. That is where I feel my comfort lies in, and I am doing in those things, you know. But you can always use Python, Django, which is currently uh, popular framework for backend. You can use Node if you are into JavaScript and don't want to learn any new language. Then JavaScript का use करके you can use Node.js with Express or anything compatible framework. And .NET, अगर .NET में interest है तो you can use .NET always. .NET entity framework is there. Front end में तो you can either choose React or Angular. Those two are the most popular. Don't think about anything else. People are nowadays using Next.js and whatnot. It's just a combination of two. So whichever you tell me the more context, I can tell you the more appropriate answer. एंगुलर भैया टाइप स्क्रिप्ट में कोड करना पड़ता है ऐसे नहीं है पार्थ. It just the template, what the template we choose, Angular basically runs using the JavaScript, but if we create Angular ka project with a template of TypeScript, then in that case we have to use TypeScript, and most of the people use TypeScript except the people at Meta, and they don't use Angular, they use React, that too in the JavaScript, because they have created that. Na, TypeScript is a superset, brother. Check for cycle, let's see the code now. Check for cycle detection, we have taken q. Linked list क्यों लिया है? It doesn't matter, we will take array deck, अपने को पसंद है क्योंकि वो fast है. Q dot add new node, yeah, okay, starting node and -1, okay, understood. And then visited this true while q is not empty. uh, एक second, what are these inputs to this adjacency list? It's a list of list integer adjacency list and int source. uh, Bro, I'm interested in Spring Boot, but that fear of no fresher jobs hesitates my decision. भैया डर के, brother, don't be fearful of everything, focus on what you want to learn. Let's not talk about the jobs first, unless or until you become slightly good at what you are trying to learn. First learn those things, and then उसके बाद we can think of jobs and all ये सब चीज़ें. I know that is very important part, and that makes you think a lot. But if you keep thinking about the negative expectations, then the negative expectations will manifest. So don't think about that part. Just think ki, हाँ, you whatever you do, you are gonna get the job. Don't think the negative outcomes. Don't think about the negative outcomes. Our brain tend to think about negative outcomes when we are in the fearful situation. Focus on the learning, brother. एक तुम ऐसा सोचो, ब्लास्टी बॉब, think in such a way, if suppose you make your profile such a good profile that you have done very nice number of lead code problems, you had done very good projects that you put in your resume, okay, and you have did some extraordinary projects as well for based on some system designs and all, and then your profile is like and you are showing that in the GitHub. For example, you are showing that in GitHub, and every other link, your LinkedIn is up to date. Okay, you have mentioned all whatever the work you have done on your LinkedIn. Then think in perspective of the company. Would a company would like to let go such profile if the profile is so good? Apparently no. So if you are thinking in such a way, that means our profile, not just you, our profile is not that good that company is willing to pay some attention to. So why not pay attention to make our profile so good that companies will regret while rejecting our profile. So you can think in that perspective. भैया सबसे इजी फ्रेमवर्क बताओ जिससे मैं स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ, रिएक्ट ड्रॉप कर देता हूँ. रिएक्ट ड्रॉप मत करो भैया, रिएक्ट भी आसान ही है. मैंने उस दिन बताया था तुम्हें, एंगुलर भी आसान है. एंगुलर में सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ कोड है. एंगुलर हैज अ सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ कोड, रिएक्ट डजंट हैव अ सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ कोड. इफ यू डोंट वांट टू कंटिन्यू विद रिएक्ट, which I would not suggest you, but even if you want, then you can go with the एंगुलर, ब्रदर. एंगुलर थोड़ा सा आसान है बिगिनर के लिए, मैं बता सकता हूँ ये, बिकॉज आई वर्कड ऑन बोथ. सो एंगुलर से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. एंगुलर समझना बहुत आसान है बिकॉज एंगुलर हैज सेग्रीगेशन ऑफ फाइल्स. वन इज टाइपस्क्रिप्ट फाइल इन विच यू राइट दी योर जावास्क्रिप्ट or TypeScript functions. In HTML you consume those, and in the CSS file you write CSS. So go with the Angular if you don't want to get your mind around the React. While queue is not empty, int node queue pick first. Pick first queue, मतलब poll. Why can't I do poll? Pick first, pick second. Oh, acha. Source node and its parent node. Oh, okay, okay, okay. We need a source node and we need a parent node. Okay, usually we just take the current node, but now we need a parent node as well. Go for all adjacent node. Integer it adjacency dot get node. Okay, and if not visited, q dot add new node and node will become its parent node. But इसको कहाँ use किया हमने parent node को? If the adjacent node is visited and is not its own parent node, if the adjacent node is visited and it's not its own parent node, parent not equal to, then return true. Okay, this is the truthful condition. each cycle हमने कहाँ यूज किया है इसमें? Function to detect cycle in undirected graph. Function to detect check for cycle. ये क्या है भाई? भैया सबसे easy. And for backend तो यार I would suggest you strongly do Java Spring Boot because उसका नौकरी पे कीवर्ड सर्च एसईओ बहुत ज़्यादा रिजल्ट्स आता है. मतलब many companies are looking out for the Java developers, so you can always choose Java. Node.js is also an option. Yeah, that day we were discussing about you only, no? So for you, brother, go with the Node.js. Don't learn a new technology now. See, पहले whenever you do your first project na, try to keep minimal resistance possible in that. Don't overcomplicate things, you know. Okay, I understood this. Let's try this directly. So हमने कौन सा problem decide किया था solve करना है? Let me check. Uh, cycle detection 261 graph valid tree. Hello, 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 Anuj, brother, Macha, hello. Welcome to the stream, guys. Okay, detect cycles in 2D grid. यार ये भी मीडियम लेवल का क्वेश्चन है, मेरे को बेसिक लेवल का क्वेश्चन चाहिए था. You have this. I have to like ask this कि ये question is it like, is this question a straight forward cycle detection logic? Because you know we are working smart, we don't spend time in unknown territory. Yes, is a straightforward directed graph cycle detection problem using BFS Kahn's algorithm. Build adjacency list. Okay, we have to build the adjacency list in this, it seems. So we can try this one now. Let me update the question. Okay. I just did क्या, I just did cycle detection in the linked list. या मैं वही डिस्कस कर रहा था कि लिंक लिस्ट में हमने किया था बहुत पहले. तो दैट हैच सेट शायद यूज़ किया था उसमें. यार ये बहुत ज़्यादा ब्राइटनेस है. लेट मी शट reduce, change this to dark, system dark. Yeah, black is good. That's just it. Okay, let's read the question finally. It's 207 question, course schedule. Okay, there are a total of num courses. Courses you have to take labeled from 0 to num courses minus 1. Okay, because it's starting from 0, so obviously it would end on minus 1 node. You are given an array prerequisites where prerequisites is equal to AI comma BI. Uh, indicates that you must take a course BI first if you want to take course AI. अच्छा. Oh shit. For example, the pair 0 comma 1 indicates that to take courses 0 you have to take first take 1. Okay, indicates that to take course 0 you have to take course 1 first. Return true if you can finish all the courses, otherwise return false. Okay, so example 1, num courses 2, prerequisites is this, output true. There are total of 2 courses to take. To take course 1 you should have finished course 0, so it is possible. Return true if you can finish all the courses, otherwise return false. ये नहीं समझा ये इस example. Num courses 2. So prerequisite 1 comma 0 false. There are total of 2 courses to take. To take course 1 you should have finished course 0, and to take course 0 you should have finished course 1. So it is a interdependency, so it is impossible. Still I'm not sure इसमें साइकिल डिटेक्शन कहाँ यूज करना है भाई. कहाँ यूज करना है. देयर आर दिस, सो यहाँ पे इंट कोर्सेज दिस एंड दिस इज व्हाट the adjacency list is given. We have, sorry, we have to convert it to adjacency list. So we have to create a list of list integer and add those elements. So like we used to do in the DFS, that we can do, but what next? uh, we need a queue again, but what we will add to the queue? So in the cycle detection it is said that we need to add current node and its parent. So current node and uska parent is what we have to add to queue. Okay, but the problem is this number of courses. Acha, this is number of courses too, so this becomes 0 and this becomes 1. Okay, this becomes 1. So this becomes 0. There are total of num courses that you can take labeled from this. You are given an array prerequisites and indicates that you must take course B1 first. और examples देने चाहिए ना इन्होंने. These are like very insufficient examples to think about. Hmm, यार तुम लोग लाइक क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? तुम लोग बोर हो गए क्या लीड कोड से? ओके, सो यहाँ पे कहाँ यूज करना है इसको? क्या बोला है अपने को? Build an adjacency list, calculate in degree of every course. In degree? Add all courses with in degrees. What the fuck is in degree? ठीक है, build adjacency list तो हमें पता है कैसे करना है. What the fuck is in degree? What's in degree? Guys, today is the learning day, so I'm learning the cycle detection algorithm, and maybe that could be somewhat less entertaining will be for you, because today is the learning day, and once we learn the algorithm, then we can quickly solve the problems. But learning wala, then it takes some time to understand the things. In degree is equal to number of edges coming into a node for code schedule 1 comma 0 means 0 1. So in degree 0 is equal to 0, and in degree 1 1. ये कहाँ दिया है स्ट्राइवर्स वाला? So this is an undirected graph. Yeah, this is an undirected graph wala logic we have to use. So should I write the code directly without understanding? कि मतलब बाद में देखा जाएगा कि कैसे वो करना है अपने को. So for that I have to go back to, क्या बोलते हो इसमें, इसमें it is saying first do this and then object cycle if yes, system out one. Okay, in this one it is leveraging this function each cycle, and each cycle is a function boolean is visited with the same line it's checking, so I should first create the adjacency list. So list of list integer integer list list is equal to new array list. Okay, so this, and then we have to like first make it like empty list, so int I is equal to 0, I less than grid dot length. In such type of questions we usually need int rows is equal to grid dot length, and int columns is equal to grid 0 dot length. I'm having fun, मजा आता है कुछ नया सीखने में. So in this one, like rows, not the Titanic wala rows but rows, and for int j is equal to 0, j less than columns and j plus plus. And in this one we can have list dot add a new array list. हमने गलती किया, मेरे को समझा, did a mistake. We don't need this shit, you know we don't need this. Yeah, this much is what we need. Int less than rows, and for all those we are adding this. यार इसका ना मैंने नोट्स लिख के रखा था, तो आई शुड, तभी नोट्स काम में आएगा कि ग्राफ. We haven't wrote that down. अरे दीवानो मुझे पहचानो, कहाँ से आया, मैं हूँ कौन, मैं हूँ कौन, मैं हूँ कौन. मेरे को शायद वो पुराने क्वेश्चंस जाके ढूंढने पड़ेंगे जिसमें आई हैव written the DFS number of islands में नहीं, jump game में भी नहीं, assign cookies, min stack, valid parenthesis, uh, sort, last on wait, linked list cycle, remove outermost parenthesis, assign cookies, min stack. Adjacency list किस में यूज किया था? No, not this one. Valid parenthesis में किया था क्या? No, it's a stack and O based questions. Best time to buy and sell stock, can buy, jump game, find number of islands, did number of island had edges and all? No. किसमें था यार edges वाला? Eliminate change, best time to buy, sell stock 1 2. uh, no. Find center of star graph, it is not. Yeah, it is adjacency list. I had two solutions for this, so let me get a the drop down. No, this one. So this solution, not this solution, this solution. Yeah, yeah, graph, and then an edges dot length plus 1. I have combined two things. ओके इसलिए पुराना नोट्स चाहिए हमेशा ना, वो मैंने नोट्स में नहीं रखा, मैंने नोटबुक में रखा हुआ है बट नॉट हियर, यहाँ पे ये नहीं चाहिए. सो विच इज़ लाइक वी जस्ट वांट लेंथ, यू नो, grid का length, and then based on this length less than equal to this. Okay, this creates empty graph for us, so not list, it's a graph. And then in this graph we have to like iterate on like int age on this grid. Okay, so like this, and then int, you can get this. So int u becomes age 0 and int v becomes age 1, you know. And then we have to like add in the graph, so graph dot get u and add v, because it will create an age. Okay, and graph get v add u. Okay, so it fills our empty graph that we have created. And then after this part is done, now we have to start the actual क्या बोलते हैं उसका, cube. But I'll continuously take and help. हम ये गलत गलत जगह क्यों घुस गए भाई? We were solving this question. कहाँ गया ये क्वेश्चन? हम सॉल्व कर रहे थे, वहाँ कहाँ कब पहुँच गए भाई? डिटेक्ट साइकिल. आई एम सॉरी फॉर द लॉस, बट यहाँ पे चाहिए था. सो लेट मी आस्क, am I on the right path? Enlighten me. Guys, please do like the stream, yaar. You guys are worst. You are on the right path by creating adjacency list, but there are few mistakes. Okay. And it create one list for every course. Yeah, that's what I have created. Num courses less than num. Acha, 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 acha. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. प्रीरिक्विजिट्स को यूज करना, अबे यार हमने ना मिक्स कर दिया ये साला. लेट मी क्लोज दिस अनवांटेड टैब्स, यू नो. दिस इज द क्वेश्चन दैट आई एम सॉल्विंग. दिस इज नॉट आई एम केयर, आई केयर अबाउट. This is the question I care about. So this should be less than prerequisites and not this, and this is not required. This is apparently required. I plus plus uh, num courses, lm courses, and then we have to iterate on this prerequisites. Grid कहाँ से आया? Grid वो question से आया, prerequisites. Okay. Uh, int course and in pre, yeah, it's the same UV वाला. ठीक है, that's not a. So get prerequisites, add this. Okay. वो दोनों साइड अपने को नहीं चाहिए. अरे ये कल मैं API ले रहा था इससे. एक API तो हमको उधार दे दे. So course and this becomes prerequisite. Okay. And इसको क्या नाम दिया? We will use the same age ठीक है. And then graph add course to prerequisite, right? Prerequisite to course. Acha, there should be a first prerequisite and then only a course can be done. Course needs a prerequisite. Without a prerequisite has been satisfied, course cannot be done. So this line is not required. We don't need this edge. But then there is this in degree that I didn't understand कि in degree कैसे ये करना है. So int in degree is equal to new int num courses. ये क्या है? ये क्यों है? I can listen to some music. एक सेकंड में कॉफ़ी लेके आया. जस्ट अ मिनट है, मैं कॉफ़ी लेके आया. कॉफ़ी ख़त्म है. तब तक इधर. Okay, I'm back. So this is fine now. Now what was the detect cycle? It said कि क्या use करना है अपने को. uh, Array list, this is run, this is what we have created. Then solution, new solution. What is solution? I don't care about solution. Boolean object dot each cycle. Yeah, इसका solution each cycle. Now we want this each cycle. Is it a separate function? Okay. Do I need a separate function to check each cycle? अनिमेश, घर मिल गया तेरे को? Okay. So these both are undirected graphs. Cycle detection in undirect. Okay, there are two ways. So are there two ways? Are there two ways to detect cycle using BFS? Let me give him this thing. I was checking this drivers document. Exactly, this traverse code detection is an undirected graph using BFS parent tracking. It is not the same logic 20, so because uh, courses schedule is a directed graph. तो हमें यहाँ पे गलत नहीं बोलूँगा मैं वो शब्द. Indirected graph. This is directed graph. This is a directed graph. This is what we need. हम अनडायरेक्टेड है जो मैंने इसको बोला मेरे को अनडायरेक्टेड ग्राफ का क्वेश्चन दे भाई. I want to simplest problem from LeetCode based on the cycle detection using BFS pattern. अच्छा मैंने बोला ही नहीं उसको. My bad. So detect cycle. Approach in directed graph a cycle exists if we can start at the some node and keep following the directed edges such that we eventually come back to the same node. Detecting such cycles is crucial in problems like task scheduling, dependency solution, and deadlock detection. A topological sort is a linear ordering. अबे topological अबे यार. Is it called topological? There are a lot of confusions, you know. ये मेरा थंबनेल काम नहीं कर रहा है शायद है ना. शायद मेरा थंबनेल नहीं काम कर रहा है ये वाला. I should accept my mistake and change the thumbnail. Delete change. Told you earlier that I wanted to solve the most basic cycle detection problem. Why mix multiple things? It's not the most basic. It requires directed graph plus integrity plus वही तो चूतिया. लीड कोड में है ही नहीं क्या वो प्रॉब्लम? आई हैव लीड कोड प्रीमियम। तो शुरुआत का लिस्ट ही सही था यार अपना। माय बैड गाइस, दिस इज द रॉन्ग प्रॉब्लम दैट वी पिक्ड। शिट। So this problem that we need to solve. Yeah, then this one we should solve first. Detect cycle in undirected graph. ये नहीं, detect cycle in undirected graph. This is what we are ought to sort. Thumbnail क्यों नहीं आ रहा भाई? Okay, let me use this. You know, the thumbnail, current thumbnail is not working. Guys, please do like the stream यार. तुम लोग like नहीं कर रहे हो, कुछ नहीं. Because this is what we understood, and इसमें भी इसने दो तरीके दे रखे हैं सॉल्व करने के. So are these two ways to solve? So are there two ways to solve cycle detection in undirected graph? Because it has given two types of code, no? Yeah, I'll keep on writing the notes as soon as I understood, you know, as soon as I solve. Yes, for cycle detection and undirected graph, the two standard traversal approaches are BFS plus parent tracking. अब DFS कहाँ है इसमें? Brother, the code that I shared with you, does that contain DFS anywhere? Then why the fuck you are telling me about DFS here? I'm just learning BFS, and in that tell me why Striver has given two types of functions. Chutya, ChatGPT. You are right, I'm confused. Two functions with the two methods of cycle detection. Yes. High, I'm using high with the maximum output, maximum number of tokens, and then you are saying, yeah, you are right, I'm confused. How the fuck you can get confused? Striver's code uses only BFS. The two functions have different responsibilities. Check for cycle. This runs the BFS. One connected component for one connected component starting from node yes. And then this handles the possibility that the graph is disconnected. ये नहीं बता पा रहे हैं लिटरली, मेरे को खुद को ही समझना पड़ेगा। सो इट्स साइकिल डिटेक्शन, ये अपने को पार्ट समझ में आ गया था। नो नो नो, आई एम सॉरी, दिस पार्ट. So there is this part, it has given this array list and this check for cycle. So where is this check for cycle been used? So each cycle, no, there is, each cycle is used. So each cycle is calling check for amma. Check for cycle. So it's used inside this. It is only one function. Okay भाई, इसमें ही मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया था. So each cycle boolean visited array. Okay, and then array field which, अच्छा, tactic code, parent का array is created. यार प्लीज लाइक कर देना है स्ट्रीम को. आई डोंट वांट टू से दिस अगेन एंड अगेन. एडजेसेंसी लिस्ट फिर भी बनानी पड़ेगी क्या अपने को? Okay, let's read the question. This is the new question that we have taken up now. So let's read the question and let's see. So let's read the question. 261 graph valid tree. You have a graph of n nodes labeled from 0 to n minus 1. You are given an uh, integer n and a list of edges. Okay, where edges I, a comma b indicates that there is an undirected edge between this. Return true if the edges of this graph make up a valid tree, and false otherwise. Tree? Okay, true. If there is no cycle, then it's true. So if like no cycle, then it's tree. If cycle, then it's not tree. So we have to convert this to a graph first. So we can have like a list of list integer. We can have like graph is equal to new array list, and then in this graph, this is n. N is what? What is n? So what is n? Uh, a graph of n nodes. Okay, so it's a graph of n nodes. So we can have like this for int I equal to 0, I less than n equal to, and I plus plus. Okay, how many n? 5. So 0, 1, 2. Achha, it's not equal to just this. And then we can create the graph like graph dot add new array list, new array list. Okay, and then we need to add this again. Okay, int age on this edges, and in this one we can have int u is equal to this age 0 and int v is equal to age. Okay, top 1% engineer, hello brother, how are you? Welcome. So this, and then we can add this graph dot get u add v, and then same graph dot get v add u. Okay, this we can do. So we get a graph from this. Now next is I'm partially good. क्यों क्या हो गया brother? What happened bro? Is there any issue? Now we need to have queue. In the queue we need to add this 0 and -1, starting node. 0 is current node and -1 is like parent. Okay, so जितना समझ में आया ना उतना हम कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. I understood this much, so I'll do this much. So for this we first need a graph. So adjacency list. So it's a list of list integer, and we'll name it as graph is equal to new uh, array list, and in this array list we have to first create the empty array list. So int I empty array list at every point I less than n I plus plus. Just a second, per percent engineer, and then graph dot add new empty array list okay, and then this is an empty list, so now we have to fill this graph. So we have to create the edges of the graph. So on edges, so it's int edges, and int u is equal to age 0, and then int v is equal to age 1, and then graph dot get u add and then get v and add u. So this is apna graph is ready, and now after this we can have a queue created over here. So queue here is of like one is node and parent node, something we need over here. So let's see. uh, I'm partially good. आज एक इंटरव्यू था एंड वो लोग दो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के लिए बोले. One was easy and another one is patterns like they were giving 1.69 LPA. 1.69 LPA. The audacity of man, these लाला कंपनीज आने जाने में टाइम एंड 200 बर्बाद. भाई ऐसे कंपनी को वैसे यूज करो जिस हिसाब से वो यूज कर रहे हैं भाई टॉप इंजीनियर. ये बकचोद कंपनी है ना, बस तुम्हारे इंटरव्यू प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए करो. कुछ कुछ लोग बहुत ही ज़्यादा पूछ लेते हैं, पता उनकी कंपनी के औकात से ज़्यादा पूछ लेते हैं. 1.69 LP है भाई. मार्केट इतना ख़राब हो गया है क्या फ्रेशर्स के लिए? फ्रेशर्स के लिए मार्केट सच में इतना ख़राब है? एंड पेन एंड पेपर. लिखवाया बाप रे ब्रो skip these companies यार सब लोगों को ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम है प्लेसमेंट के लिए हम कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या इसमें मेरे घर पे कंपनी होती तो मैं हायर कर लेता भाई लेकिन सच में फ्रेशर्स को परेशान कर रहे हैं मैंने देखा है ये so let me ask if I am the correct path because this is the first problem I'm solving am I on the right path here इन दैट वे मेरे भैया का भी एक कंपनी है बट उनके पास प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं आ रहे यार भाई कुछ ना कुछ खुद से भी बनाते रहो साइड में पता है जस्ट कीप ट्राइंग यू नो कब क्या कुछ हो जाएगा पता नहीं कुछ अच्छा प्रोडक्ट कुछ स्टार्टअप या कुछ SaaS प्रोडक्ट कुछ भी we can build one and only HR for everyone yeah so it's saying queue okay okay I understood this now okay I understood this now so let me create a queue over here QE कंपनी तो बनाएंगे भाई new added deck as it's faster and then in this queue we have to first add this QE dot add new int array and in this one we will give first element is uh, first element will the first element always this 0 comma minus 1 Shitty Vasily. Node and parent yeah and then we need a visited as well so boolean array so boolean and its length would be n you know and we will mark this visited 0th element as visited true okay and now we can have check on the queue while queue is not empty queue is not empty okay in this one we have to first take size of the queue size is equal to uh, queue dot size then we can iterate on this queue so till int I is equal to 0 I less than this size and I plus plus okay and in this one we will first take the current node okay so current is equal to I'll write complete current is equal to QUE dot poll पोल नहीं पिक करना है यहाँ पे pick dot first and then parent also we want parent is equal to q oh no oh no oh no 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 so जो अपना लॉजिक है वही अच्छे से चलेगा पीक फर्स्ट और ये लास्ट हम ये नहीं यूज़ करेंगे साइवर्स वाला लॉजिक यू नो दे हैव लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दूसरा से भेटेला क्या बोल रहे हो तुम कोई मेरा तो मंथ का सैलरी ले ले बस बट बस इंटरव्यू दिला दे बाकी मैं देख लूँगा हाँ यार ऐसे लगता है यार दिस इज लाइक एवरीबडी हैज़ वेंट थ्रू दिस सिचुएशन में हम भी जा चुके हैं इससे आई कैन फील फॉर यू बट आई वांट टू सी हाउ कैन वी डू समथिंग इन दिस सिचुएशन आई वुड लाइक टू कम अप with the solution for that problem In current queue poll, not, I can name it as current node, and I can have like दूसरा supplement, so इसका 0th element and then इसका parent क्यों मला केली पिक्चरला parent current and parent. I'm laughing on the songs, no, not on the chat or anything. Keep it up, you are doing good. Thanks, man. I'm like seeing you guys situation now. मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा. It should be a network, referral network बनाना चाहिए कि जिसमें you guys can get referrals. Current node this and then drivers में क्या बताया था? Detect cycle. ये गलत है यार. गलत मतलब ये बहुत ही अजीब लॉजिक है यार. Yeah, current this is what we do and then neighbors and then this is not visited, then visited true and add, else if this. Okay. And then in this one uh, we have to iterate on the neighbors, so iterate on the neighbors of this, so neighbors of current node. तो ये कैसे मिलेगा अपने को neighbors of current node? uh, this is like graph dot get, so graph dot get current node, so that's how we will get the neighbors. And then if this current is not visited, this current node is not visited, then in that case we will go queue dot add uh, new int array and then current comma parent. Okay, and we should mark this as visited, so visited and current is equal to true, and then there is else if condition that they have used, so else if parent is not equal to current, so parent is not equal to current, okay, in that case return false. If nothing works out, we will simply return false. After this while we will return false. Only one condition, in one situation it will return true. There is something that I missed. A neighbor not equal to parent. This neighbor. Parent. यार मैंने क्या गलती कर दिया. This should be this. This should be this. And neighbor is not equal to parent. This is what I wanted. So parent. Okay, and then what it's saying, there is line number 18, syntax error, line number 18, not here चाहिए. Okay, let me see what's the syntax error. Int current node, it's an int array current node, not current integer. uh, Int array cannot be converted to int. Graph dot get ही है ना, graph dot get node. This is what we wanted. Okay, one test case is passed. Let's see how many test cases we are. Sorry, chart में पढ़ा नहीं. Keep it up. Just check if it has cycle or connected components. It's not then tree और ग्राफ. ओके या हाँ, वो आप क्या लॉजिक कर रहे हो, वही वही लॉजिक कर रहे हो, कर रहा हूँ. उल्टा हो गया शायद. ट्रू कहीं किया ही नहीं है मैंने ना. मैं वही कर रहा हूँ. इफ नॉट, इफ साइकिल डिटेक्टेड then it's a tree. Return true if edges of the given graph make up a valid tree. This is a tree, that means there is a no cycle. If no cycle then tree. तो cycle इसके लिए क्या था, cycle detected. अच्छा, उल्टा हो गया. अंडरस्टूड. यहाँ पे ट्रू चाहिए. एंड कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट्स आप कैसे चेक कर रहे हो? कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट्स एज अ नेबर्स ये करके उसको चेक कर रहे हैं ना. दिस इज हाउ आई एम चेकिंग दिस. अरे, दिस इज हाउ आई एम चेकिंग इट. इसने क्या दिया है? नेबर एंड नोड. देयर इज अ मिस्टेक. पेरेंट ऑलरेडी वो है, यहाँ पे ये गलत ऐड कर रहे हैं. ओके, इट वर्कड. आई वाज यूजिंग द सेम पेरेंट. व्हाई दिस टेस्ट केस इज फेलिंग? n equal to 4. एंड कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट्स वही मैंने बताया तुम्हें कि हम कैसे चेक कर रहा हूँ. नको मला सोना को पडे पाहिजे. You can't move from one connected component to another connected component. नहीं समझा मैं. You can't move from one connected component to another connected component. इसने तो वैसे दिया है ना, लेकिन चार जीपीटी इज सेइंग दिस. मैं नहीं समझा ये. You can't move from one connected component to another connected it will move level wise, because we are adding it to queue first, and one level we are going in, no. So this while loop is going level wise. So current will be all the neighbors ka parent. That is what I am adding. And if this neighbor is not equal to parent, then this connected component का पिक देखो एक बार आप सर्च करके. Connected component graph. Okay, now you are saying you can't move from one connected component to another. Okay, true. You are almost your BFS cycle iteration, but you are missing the connectivity check. Oh, okay, okay. This check you are meant to say. This check. Have you three connected? या अगर तीनों component disconnected है, so like in क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Connected components are not connected to each other. So this condition, Boolean node visited, check whether the entire graph is connected. How this is giving a disconnected graph without a cycle currently would currently return true. This test case pass. Uh, do one DFS or BFS, then see the visited list. If all visited, then the tree, otherwise graph. Yeah. This is a disconnected graph without a cycle would currently return true. Currently return to Boolean node visited. If node not visited, return false. This is not required, you know. This is literally not required. Okay. First one is like true. So should it be true? True. मेरे को ये लॉजिक ही नहीं समझ में आया जो चैट जीपीटी ने दिया. Check whether the entire graph is connected. यहाँ पे करना है क्या ये? I didn't understand this logic, you know. Explain this. इट्स करेक्ट। वो टॉप 1% इंजीनियर ने जो बोला कि अगर वो डिसकनेक्टेड है कंपोनेंट्स, कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट्स कनेक्टेड नहीं है, दिस लूप चेक्स वेदर एवरी नोड वाज रीच्ड ड्यूरिंग द बीएफएस। हाँ ओके ओके ओके, आफ्टर पूरा सब कुछ हो जाने के बाद। True, 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 false, true. The third node is still false, which means BFS starting node 0 could not, acha, we could not reach there. So if it's false, then return false because it's a disconnected and it cannot be a tree. So this means it cannot be a uh, disconnected components present in the graph. So uh, it would never be a tree. Okay. But it's not a efficient solution. It's not a efficient solution. Is it correct and optimized for this pattern? Because this is the first question that we are solving, hence I'm taking ChatGPT ka help too much. After that, I would reduce the help from ChatGPT. Yes, correct and optimized for BFS detection in undirected graph. If edges length not equal to n minus 1, you can optionally add this early optimization. A tree with n nodes must contain exactly n minus 1 edges. It's saying if edges dot length, this should be an early detection condition before doing anything. Okay, it increased the runtime somewhat. Okay, memory though it will be same. If there are edges length is less than the vertices, so that means it's disconnected. So if that is so, then why we would need this one? This condition is only enough, no? A tree with n nodes must contain exactly n minus 1 edges. But for learning the cycle detection pattern, your current solution is better because okay, if I इसको ही हम करते, okay, it would still work. mm, if we add if we add this condition, then we don't have to iterate on the visited, right? Image, generating a more detailed image. Yes, right. If you add this, then you do not need the final visited loop. Already checks for cycle Y. So my code is correct. Now got some test cases are failing. Because this is what we are checking and why it's failing. But the cycle is disconnected component. Node 0 is isolated while 1, 2, 3, 1 forms a cycle. Your BFS starts, so it never sees that cycle. Restore the connectivity check. This is required. Acha, in this situation, in this situation it will fail because first one is does not contain cycle. This is disconnected. Components are not connected, but this contains a cycle. So for this particular condition it would fail. Hence we need this condition. Shicha goala kono dakwa. Okay, so this is what we can add to the notes for now. Okay, let me update the stream ka data. So this is like first question done. This question is done. It is now 86, I guess. And detect cycle question is done. Which is the next question that I should solve based on? Let me ask simply. As per the list, the next question is this: detect cycles in grid. Let's see, because our path redundant connection, it is continuous, the same and directed. Okay, redundant connection. Let's see redundant connection. Redundant connection. So let me update this redundant connection current question. Grid वाला हम बाद में करेंगे. So this and after this question, which one we should solve? Let me save this and refresh the OBS, so that you can see the refresh version on the strip. और कोर्स शेड्यूल तो अनडायरेक्टेड वाला है. कोर्स शेड्यूल और this question. Course schedule uses different pattern. I want to solve on the same pattern. अच्छा लीड कोड में ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. टू स्ट्रेंथन अनडायरेक्टेड बीएफएस थ्रू चेंजिंग पैटर्न सॉल्व number of connected components. अच्छा number of connected components can be solved using this pattern because we have already solved this problem. अच्छा we haven't solved this. Count components, so we can. So first we will do this, or second way I can mark this as the next question so that you guys can see the updated on the stream. Okay, so this question, you guys are really not interested in the lead code. You guys should be interested in the lead code. Redundant connection. In this problem, a tree is an undirected graph. A tree is an undirected graph that is connected and has no cycles. Okay, so this question we should do. A tree is a connected graph. Tree is a connected graph that is connected and has no cycles. Okay, you are given a graph that started as a tree with n nodes and labeled from 1 to n with one additional edge added. You are given a graph that started as a tree with n nodes labeled from 1 to n with one additional edge added. The added edge has two different vertices chosen from 1 to n and was not an edge that already existed. The graph is represented as an array edges. This array edges of length n where edges I, a, comma b indicates that there is an edge between nodes ai and bi in the graph. Okay, written an edge that can be removed so that the resulting graph is a tree of nodes. If there are multiple answers, return the answer that occurs last in the input. If there are multiple answers, return the answer that occurs last in the input. Edges 1 2 1 3 and 2 3. So output 2 3. This 1 2 1 3 and 2 3. This is 0 1 2. So 0 is connected to 1 is connected to 2 and 1 is connected to 3 and 2 is connected to 3. 0 is not there, it is starting from 1 to n, you know. So it's actually 1 2 and 3. Hello Vansh. Hello Vansh, how are you brother? Welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like the stream guys. So I can draw like this: 1 is connected to 1 and 2. Okay, and then 2 is connected to 1 and 3. It is connected to 3, and then 3 is connected to 2 and 3 itself. Okay, so this This age it what they are discussing about. So in this problem, a tree is an undirected graph that is connected and has no that is connected. So this is important point. It is not a disconnected. It is connected and has no cycles. Are you in a college or आप कॉलेज में हो या हो गया कॉलेज हो के ज़माना हो गया भाई मेरा आई एम अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल आई हैव 5 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस ब्रदर मैंने आज लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल नहीं डाला क्या मेरा दिस इज माय लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल ब्रदर इफ यू वांना हैव लुक एट इट you are given a graph that started as a tree with n nodes labeled from 1 to n. Okay, with one additional edge added, the added edge has टू डिफरेंट वर्टाइसेस फ्रॉम 1 to n. अच्छा जो भी ये 1 to n वाले वर्टाइसेस इसमें से कुछ भी हो सकता है एंड वाज नॉट एन एज दैट ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टेड सो दिस एज वाज नॉट ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट which means it is not present in this edges. Okay, the graph is represented as an array edges of length n. The graph is represented as an okay, and then this I understood and indicates that there is an edge between this and this. Written an edge that can be removed so that the resulting graph is a tree of n nodes. If there are multiple answers, return the answer that occurs last in the input. Return an edge that can be removed. Hello, 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 Atharva. Hello, Atharva, brother. Moderator, sir, welcome. मैं तो कॉलेज फ्रेशर हूँ BCA सेम 1-3 ओके ओके दैट्स नाइस तो उसमें क्या ही इशू हुआ तो तुम्हारे पास तो और ज़्यादा टाइम है भाई इट्स सेइंग 1 to 4 okay so it simply means the question oh sorry I'm sorry so which edge if we remove then it will convert to a tree that means uh, which edge should we remove so that it becomes or cycle eradicates so that cycle eradicates. This is what this question is. तो शुरुआत में क्या दे रखा था इन्होंने एनी टिप फॉर फ्रेशर कोई टिप नहीं है भाई सब मजे मजे लेके पढ़ाई करो भाई हर चीज़ में मज़ा आना चाहिए you should be very curious about all the technologies that you are learning take interest learn not just for the job don't think of job till the time you are in the final years like when the preparation starts पढ़ो जितना मज़ा आता है पढ़ो भाई कॉलेज में हाँ भाई वर्जन 0 या बट एक क्वेश्चन थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है ना which is should we remove so that it becomes a cycle it eradicates the cycle अरे ये 2 और 3 में एज नहीं बन रहा था ना पदरात पडलंय खोळ पाणी थेंब थेंब गळ so 1 is connected to 1 1 is connected to 2 2 is connected to 1 and 2 is connected to 3 okay 3 is connected to 2 and 3 is connected to 3 3 is not connected to 1 this says तो present ही नहीं है ना यार you are given a graph that started as a tree and n nodes labeled 1 to n with one additional edge. The added edge has one different vertices chosen from 1 to n and was not an edge that already existed. The graph is represented as a edges of length n. Mm, indicates that there is an edge between these two ai and bi in the graph. Return an edge that can be removed so that the resulting graph is a tree of n nodes. ये एज ये एज तो है ही नहीं ना, या मैं गलती कर रहा हूँ भाई. Can you convert this to graph for me? तुम्हारा डिस्कशन चल रहा है शायद. कल बड़ा हरी था, काफ़ी लोग आ गए थे एक साथ. ओके ओके. बीच में स्ट्रीम बंद हो गई थी. अरे वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, हाँ तुम्हारा वो इशू है. अरे 2 और 3 का there's no age present for 2 and 3 na in this ages array. There is an age between 2 and 3. तो मैं गलत इंटरप्रेट कर रहा हूँ इसको. One is connected to 2, one is connected to 3 and 2 is connected to 3. मैं शायद वो adjacency list का ले रहा था. Okay, so let's start now. So in this one we need a list, adjacency list, that list of list integer. Let me keep this pen and paper aside. Uh, integer, and it's a graph is equal to new array list. Okay, and then in this list we have to first integer. So let me take int n is equal to edges dot length plus 1 because it's starting from 1 not 0, and then int I equal to 0, I less than this n, less than equal to this n, and I plus plus. I will start from 1 not 0. Okay, and in this one we will add graph dot add a new empty array list. Is your issue resolved, brother? तुम्हारा, let me know if you are talking to me or not. Tag me because तुम्हारा conversation चल रहा है. क्या बोल रहे हो? That child? अरे वो बच्चे आज कल AI यूज माइक पे फर लगाओ. Just a second, I have fur. Okay, brother, I'll do this tomorrow. I have many different firsts. Yeah, ASMR साउंड्स आ रही है. लेट मी. अभी भी आ रही है क्या? अब नहीं आएगी शायद. अब नहीं आएगी. ASMR साउंड्स आ रही है. गरीब के घर में 3 टाइम का खाना आए ना आए, रोज डीएसए के स्ट्रीम जरूर आती है. क्या बात कही है. थॉरफिन भाई, सो आफ्टर सो मेनी डेज ब्रदर, हाउ आर यू? Okay. So I usually keep here only now that I'm listening to music. Yeah, it wouldn't now. Thanks for letting me know, Vansha. क्या कर रहा था मैं? Yes, now I have to fill this empty graph. So it would be like edge on this edges. We will iterate on this edges. Is it better now, Punch? अरे मॉडरेटर भाई, करा भाई, करने के बाद टाइम मिलता है तो आता हूँ. ये ये नियम है मेरा. नाइस. It's okay now. Okay, I'll find one good for this. I have some int edge on in this edges into you and क्या बोलते हैं edge. After so many days, this pattern is like again used, adjacency list. I used to use this while solving the BFS. Okay, and now we have to create the edge graph dot add uh, add v, it's get v and add u. Okay, and now after this we need a queue, QEUE, and it will be of integer array, and QEUE is equal to new array deck because array decks are fast. Okay, and this queue we have to add the first position, new int array, and starting from actually 1 comma minus 1. Okay, and then we need a visited array, boolean array visited is equal to new boolean and its size will be n. Its size wouldn't be n, it would be n minus 1. No, or n, because we will add from 1. And then visited 1 is equal to true, like first element. Visited 0 is let that be 0, or should we mark visited 0 as well true? Because visited 0 is not at all required. Let me mark this as visited as well, because we don't want to indulge this in any of the further calculations. And now we have to check while this queue uh, QUE is not empty, then I have to take this int current int node is equal to q dot poll, uh, and then I need parent and this, so int current is equal to node 0, and then int parent print is Okay, then this current and parent, and then we have to like iterate on the neighbors. So int neighbors on neighbors, so graph dot get this current. Okay, and on this we will iterate. But now which edge will we have to remove? So we have to remove the last edge if there are multiple edges present, you know. So we have to go and check. So if it is not visited, neighbor is not visited, then we will go and we will simply add this q dot add new int array, and in this one we will add neighbor and its parent will be current. Okay, and we will mark this neighbor as visited. So guys, please like देना stream को. So true, and uh, else if this parent is not equal to neighbor, this neighbor is not equal to parent, that means it's a cycle detected. So we need to know this particular age. If neighbor not equal to this, then क्या रिटर्न करना है अपने को? आउटपुट इज लिस्ट int array. So let me take the result. uh, then simply we can return this, return new int array, and it would be like neighbor and its parent का would be this क्या बोलते हैं उसको, this age that we have to return. And if not, what we have to return, if there are multiple, return the answer that occurs last in the input. Return an age that can be removed so that the resulting graph is a tree of n nodes. If there are multiple answers, return the answer that occurs last in the input. But if there is no age, so in that case we will return an empty array, you know, because that's only what makes sense. Return new int array and empty array. Okay, let's run this. Let's see. QE but found int node. It's a int array, brother. Okay, so it worked, but acha expected. Oh, okay, okay. Current and neighbor. दिस सिम्स, ये माइक तो कॉल सेंटर वालों का है. हाँ, हम कॉल सेंटर वाले ही है भाई वंश, कंपनी में जो मिला हुआ है. अरे मैंने एक अच्छा माइक यूज़ किया, लेकिन मेरे को तुम लोगों ने बोला ये माइक अच्छा नहीं है. बारिश कैसा आया पुणे में रोहित भाई? भाई बहुत ही खतरनाक बारिश हुआ भाई, मत पूछो भाई. मैं उस दिन अटक गया था, ऑफिस से निकला और रास्ते में अटक गया था. आई वॉज यूजिंग दिस माइक, यू नो, बट सम ऑफ यू सेड नो, दिस इज नॉट गुड माइक. आई रियली वॉन्ट टू यूज दिस माइक. द गाय सीम्स, बंदा गहरी नींद में लगता है. पार्थ भाई डीप ग्राइंड में है लगता है. इंडी भाई गला खराब है आज. नहीं नहीं भाई, गला खराब नहीं है भाई, गला खराब नहीं है भाई. रवि भाई, रवि बारिश तो खतरनाक हुआ था भाई, मज़ा आ गया बारिश में. Should I switch to this mic right now? You can test it and let me know, you know. Let me try this. Is it charged? It's charged. चला चलना हल्ला हल्ला. लेट मी टेस्ट दिस माइक और तुम बताओ कि क्या फर्क है. हेलो. ऑडियो इनपुट. हेलो. Yeah, yeah, it has noise cancellation as well. So this should be a better option. Tell me if it's a better option. Is it better? आज न्यू टॉपिक शुरू कर दिया बाइनरी सर्च. ओ नाइस नाइस नाइस. अच्छी आवाज आ रही है. ये कैसे हो सकता है? या अब बताओ. इज इट बेटर? इज दिस बेटर? थोड़ी पतली है बस. ओके. I can bind this mic to this. I can have this, and just a second. मेरे को एक आइडिया आया है. Let me remove this mic. And it has a magnet. So it has a magnet. I can leverage this magnet. Mm, yeah. Now it would be better. Is it? ये सही है क्या? आ, थोड़ी पतली है, जैसे मेटल के अगेंस्ट आ रही हो. अब बताओ. अब सही आनी चाहिए. I can test it for myself. Hello. I can test. ये आवाज़ बेटर है ना? नॉइस से. I can remove the noise. Now it would be like absolutely good. हाँ, absolutely एकदम बढ़िया. Without any noise. Okay. बस थोड़ा अगर धीरे से भी गाली वगैरह दिया, वो भी पकड़ पकड़ लेगा एएसएमआर. भाई ये माइक अच्छा है. तुम लोगों ने क्यों मेरे को बोला कि ये नहीं अच्छा है? कितना अच्छा आवाज आ रहा है. आई कैन लिसन टू दिस. आई कैन लिसन टू माय ओन ऑडियो. I have this. Now it's perfect. परफेक्ट है. नॉइस कैंसलेशन. यस. इसमें भी एआई है भाई. इसमें भी एआई है. ओके. सो या इसमें क्या हो गया था अपना नेबर करंट. So this was this. This before. So this is the age. It would fail. आज से ही मैं खींचूंगा अभी. दिस इज समथिंग रॉन्ग यार। ये पैटर्न मैंने आज ही सीखा है तो आई एम लाइक नॉट well prepared for this one, you know. I'm guessing the last problem that I solved. आप रिकर्जन स्टार्ट करने वाले हो, कुछ टिप्स देना चाहोगे? रिकर्जन में एक ही टिप इस्तेमाल करो भाई, मेरे को भी मुश्किल जाता है रिकर्जन ऑफ कोर्स, कि ज़्यादा डीप में मत सोचो। जो पहला शुरुआत में जो थिंकिंग है ना उसको एग्जीक्यूट करो। या दैट्स द टिप। एंड थिंक अबाउट द बेस कंडीशन फर्स्ट। इट इज़ नॉट डिसकनेक्टेड, तो अपने को ये नहीं चाहिए। नेबर नॉट इक्वल टू पेरेंट एंड नेबर करंट। सो नेबर करंट विच इज करेक्ट। क्या गलत हो रहा है? एम आई ऑन द राइट पाथ? अच्छा, मतलब ब्रूट फोर्स। हाँ, ब्रूट फोर्स टाइप ही बोल सकते हो, लेकिन वो ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेट मत करो, क्योंकि हम बहुत बार क्या करते थे उसको कॉम्प्लिकेट कर देते हैं ना, सारी चीज़ों को बहुत डीप में सोच। मैं तो करता हूँ इसलिए मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ। सो उसमें मेरे टीचर ने ये एडवाइस दिया था, इसलिए मैं ये बता रहा हूँ कि ज़्यादा हम डीप में सोचते हैं ना तो और मुश्किल होते जाता है वो। You are on the right track, the undirected graph, but the remaining approach will not reliably solve 6 at 4. Also fix graph sizing length. It's not 10 plus. भाई इसमें गलत हो गया अपना कुछ। Here is connected, perform normal BFS U and returns true if it reaches V. So adjacency list part is correct, but do not build the complete graph before checking the redundant edge. रिकर्जन में कोड सिंटेक्स दिमाग खराब करता है, यस। पहले उसको डिकोड करो दिमाग में। हाँ, कल मैं साइंस सिटी गया था, बड़ा सही रहता है। उसके पहले जब बचपन में था, स्कूल वाले लेके गए थे नॉस्टैल्जिया। अभी भी तुम बच्चे ही हो भाई। आपने स्काईमैक्स शो देखा है? नहीं, स्काईमैक्स क्या है? व्हाट स्काईमैक्स? मेरे को कोई एक सिस्टम डिजाइन के प्रोजेक्ट के साथ भी आई हैव टू कम अप विद अ सिस्टम डिजाइन प्रोजेक्ट, यू नो। दिस लीड कोड बहुत बोर हो जाता है डेली डेली करके। सो आई एम वे टू ऑफ with the logic. We have a latency today. We have low latency today. आपने स्काई मैक शो नहीं देखा? 3D से ऊपर दुनिया में 3 ही कैमरा है, उससे शूट होता है. अच्छा, 16 बिट शायद. I'm not sure about that, buddy. I'm too off in this one, it seems. N+1 ये सही था. ये रन तो हो रहा था एटलीस्ट. It said कि नहीं, this is a mistake, so we have to take this length. If this is sage, then we have to start with 0. तभी एरर नहीं आएगा. I less than equal to n and I plus plus, which is correct. Edges dot length, which is correct. So we have to check if this edge is connected, you know. Okay, it is saying I have taken the hint from what the ChatGPT has given. It is saying we have to first check it's connected. If this is connected, this edge, particular edge, so we have to give this u vertex, v vertex, and then we have to give the complete graph and then the length. If it's connected, then return जो भी वो दे रहा है, तो return we have to return this edge. Okay, so we have to write this function, else so we can move our logic to this. So public boolean is connected, and in this one int u int v, and then list of list integer and then this is graph, and then int n. Okay, so this is what we have to use, and I guess this logic can be pushed to this. So यहाँ से जो भी नीचे है, this logic we can keep it over here, so it will give us it's connected or not connected. So instead of returning this, we can return true, that means it's connected. Okay, and if not, after this at the end we can return false, so that means it's not connected. Okay, and then it will tell us this. Let's see. Array index 3 out of bounds for length 3. अब क्या दिक्कत है? सॉरी, मैं मैसेज नहीं देखा. कल मैं साइंस सिटी का पढ़ा 16 बिट. भैया कॉफी और टी. पार शर्मा 2 कप कॉफी हो गए यार. जितने क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे उतने कप कॉफी. हेलो पार्थ भाई, क्या हाल चाल? मस्त एकदम. मुझे प्रोजेक्ट सेटअप करने का है, टाइम नहीं मिल रहा. अरे ऐसे मत बोलो भाई, टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है. टाइम है तुम्हारे पास, आज करके सोऊंगा. नाइस, दैट्स माय बॉय ब्रदर. वो स्टार्ट करने वाला है. मैं भी एक सिस्टम डिजाइन का प्रोजेक्ट आई वाज थिंकिंग टू कम अप विथ. आई थॉट कि आई शुड स्टार्ट विथ द डॉकर नाउ, कि डॉकर से कोई मेरा जो एप्लीकेशन बना हुआ है उसको ही मैं पब्लिश कर दूँ. आई हैव 2 एप्लीकेशन, वन इज ओऑथ वाला एप्लीकेशन और अनदर वन इज यूआरएल शॉर्टनर. So I can publish URL shortener using the Docker. I'll do that next. So यहाँ पे जीरो ना लेके अगर मैं n+1 ले सकता हूँ. Oh, that's the issue. So we can check this beforehand. Uh, it's saying this is mistake that I'm making. It's saying I need to have integer q, and then I have to add just one, So I have to add just source. So actually this u is source and this is target. So when these are equal, then only there is a data edge we need to this. So we can have like source and visited source. Okay. And then this becomes node and this becomes current. Okay. So these two are not required. Okay. And here simply we can have check if this source is equal to target, then the cycle present, so we can रिटर्न ट्रू. लेकिन पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में भी हम ये कर सकते थे, तो हमने नहीं किया ये. दिस कंडीशन इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड एंड नेबर एंड करेंट. New int types. So here we just have to insert neighbor and not the current. If it's connected, return age. आज भैया कुछ अच्छा बनाओगे तो बता. क्या क्या आप भैया कुछ अच्छा बनाओगे तो बता, मैं आपके पैरेलल में कोड कर लूँगा 2 आवर डेली. यार मैं करूँगा ना वो थोड़ा सा अलग लेवल का होगा. इट वुड भी तुमने जो मुझे स्टेटस बताया हुआ है, तुम्हें एक बेसिक प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट करना है. आप भैया कुछ अच्छा बनाओगे तो बताना, मैं आपके पैरेलल में कोड करूँगा. नेक्स्ट आई एम गोना बी डिप्लॉइंग माय एप्लीकेशन using deploying my app using Docker, not Kubernetes, just Docker. This is what I am planning to start next. तो ये तो तुम्हारे लिए यूजफुल नहीं होगा, that's for sure. Lady Sana, oh, Lady Sana. साइकिल डिटेक्शन एक अच्छी कंसेप्ट है भाई. मतलब we can solve multiple problems with this. ओके, मैं अपना बेसिक वाला ही बना लेता हूँ। हाँ, बनाओ, मेरे साथ में तुम बना सकते हो। मैं जब भी स्ट्रीम पे आता हूँ ना, डेडिकेट दिस टाइम टू स्टडीज, whenever I come online at 10 p.m., whether you join or not, you can dedicate this time. So you can ask doubts in between to me, whether you are having problem with setup or like somewhere else, we can solve the issue that you are facing. That we can do. Like this. So this is current what we have to check. Okay, that was the mistake. Yeah, it worked. Oh, it worked very bad. Like this. So can we use this condition that we used over here? If edges dot length, if edges dot length is this, then we can return this. N minus 1. So n comes up here, then this, all of them are wrong. If edges dot length not equal to n minus 1, so no. Is this correct? What you guys are saying? Bro, hello brother Shri Sai. How are you bro? Welcome to the stream. हाँ, आपकी लाइव में म्यूट पर लगाकर छोड़ छोड़ देता हूँ। हाँ, तुम साथ में बनाया करो, पता है, यूज दिस टाइम फॉर योर प्रोडक्टिविटी एज वेल। ये 6-7 दिन से जो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो रही है, क्या इसमें कोई अल्गोरिदम चल रहा है? हाँ हाँ हाँ, इसमें देखो, the last problems that I solved was based on this single source shortest path wala algorithm. No, not that. Sorry, there is some of the problems we solved were based on this state space BFS. Okay, these we solved. Some we solved, and then after that we solved these walls and gates CA wale problems. So it was again based on multi-source BFS. So these problems we solved, and then there was this snakes and ladder problem. These were from single source shortest path. So these three algorithms I patterns I used, and then today I learned cycle detection over the stream, and cycle detection wale hi problem I'm doing. So graph valid tree is what we did now, I guess. Redundant connection, graph valid tree हमने कर लिया अभी, तो let me mark this as solved. Okay, brother, do you know बजट चेयर पता है क्या आपको? अरे, लोकल फर्नीचर शॉप में तुम्हें बताता हूँ चेयर का मार्केट कैसे चलता है। कोई भी लोकल फर्नीचर शॉप में जाओ, चेयर ले लो। दिस द चेयर दैट आई एम सिटिंग ऑन इज कॉस्टेड मी 4,000 rupees, and this, the manufacturer would be same, everything would be same, just the branding would be different. So whatever online shit you buy, it would be the same chair but different brand name. So all the chairs from different companies are coming from the same factory. So go to a local shop, try to purchase locally. You would get it in cheap price. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Brother is putting hardcore effort. Yeah, yeah, yes, यार. Part plus plus. Questions दिखाओ एक बार. Questions दिखाओ. This is the question, buddy. Redundant connection. This is what I was solving right now. Long time no see. Yes, Sri Sai. You changed your name, Sri Sai. मतलब this Shri Sai Madi Kuntla. Long time no see, brother. Yes. Let me see your profile. तुम कहाँ तक पहुँचे हो? Shri Sai, if you are still here. 320 questions, brother. 11 hours ago, you solved median of two sorted arrays. You are on fire, bro. Shri Sai. The साइकिल डिटेक्शन इंटरेस्टिंग लग रहा है. हाँ हाँ, ये एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टिंग है. मैं और अच्छे क्वेश्चंस निकाल के ले आऊंगा इसमें कल ना. कल सॉल्व करेंगे थोड़ा और. हाउ आर यू श्री साई, तुम बताओ. ले दिसाची हो सराया चलाता पुरे करूं. Yes, this is the correct pattern BFS. That's what I'm trying to correct my code today. So that good brother, that's nice. तुम्हारा क्या हुआ? Did you get any further interviews? Have you been interviewed at any company? Any status on that? I wanna know where you will be landing. What about you? I'm good man. I'm good man. I guess you also joined the rate limiter stream as well, and that rate limiter project was really nice. I really use this in my company as well at my work. Vote plus plus. Yeah. Guys, tell me one thing. Do you ever watch the stream or any part of the stream once the stream is over, like the next morning or sometimes in back? If you guys do watch, then I can create the recap of the stream and post that. It would be like 8 to 10 minutes of the whole 2 घंटे का stream है ना. I'll convert it to 8 to 10 minutes. So let me ask, uh, do you guys want stream recaps of it too? Because I am very good at editing and I'm missing editing. So if you guys want that, I'll edit. Yes, no. अवेयर में बहुत पहले से हूँ पर कंसिस्टेंट नहीं हूँ. ओके, गुड जोक. अवेयर में बहुत पहले से हूँ बट कंसिस्टेंट नहीं हूँ. ओके. Your logic for every edge, if you can already reach V, this edge creates a cycle, returns it otherwise at the edge. And you correctly at the edge afterwards, your graph is sizing this completely ON square. Is it optimized? Is it optimized? Is it optimized code? That's what I really want to know, because from tomorrow I'll use just the optimized code and I'll write it down in my notes. Hey, just don't mark yes. I have posted one video. That's what I was testing. I posted one recap video and nobody has seen it. Like, let me see the status on that. Yeah, I can add as a recap. Thumbnail में मैं लिख दूंगा recap of this stream and this problem I have solved, or this pattern I have solved. So that recap video में question solve होता है ना. Yes, brother. Yes. Really इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन दैट यू आस्क. उसमें बकचोदी मैं हटा दूंगा, जो हम बीच बीच में बकचोदी ये सब करते हैं ना, वो हटा दूंगा और बस क्वेश्चन क्वेश्चन ही रखूंगा मैं. ठीक है. सो लेट मी नो अगर तुम लोगों को चाहिए वो, तो मैं कर दूंगा. मैं जब पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे आऊंगा तो देखूंगा. हाँ यार, एक्चुअली ना, बताओ, on a serious note, I want to know कि if you guys really want this. Yes, it is correct. Okay, time complexity is O big of n square and space is big of n. The optimal approach for successful redundant connection is disjoint set union find. Disjoint set और भाई ये ग्राफ खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा यार, एक के बाद एक पैटर्न आते ही जा रहे इसमें. क्या क्या करे ये फाइंड डिसजॉइंट सेट और ये सब टोपोलॉजिकल सॉर्ट भी है साइकिल डिटेक्शन में. देयर आर 3-4 प्रॉब्लम्स मोर. मेरे को ऑफ स्ट्रीम भी थोड़ा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा लग रहा है ये खत्म नहीं हो रहा ग्राफ जल्दी. लेट मी अपडेट द स्ट्रीम. सो वी सॉल्व 2 out of 2 problems. Redundant connection we solved and it would be like 87 now. So let me save this, refresh in the OBS so that you guys would see the updated status. Yeah, this is nice code that I have written. So nobody ever thought of ki I can inject HTML code in the stream itself. But I am doing that. I have automated that. आपने सही सोचा. Yes. तो एक और सॉल्व किया जाए इस पे. लेट्स सॉल्व वन मोर क्वेश्चन ना. आई हैव वन मोर इन दिस साइकिल डिटेक्शन. डिटेक्ट साइकिल इन 2D grid or no course schedule is topological sort. Find eventual states is a cycle detection problem. And detect cycles in 2D grid. Let's see this question. Detect cycles in 2D grid. Oh bhai, it's a grid problem. BFS, it's also union find question. And then there is find eventual states. So which question? Let me ask ChatGPT. Which question should I solve next? Which question should I solve next on this exact pattern? Because ये pattern अभी तक अपने को अच्छे से हुआ नहीं है. ग्राफ तो इजी. तेजस तेजस बडी डोंट डू दिस. ग्राफ तो इजी है बोल रहा है भाई. इजी है लेकिन करना पड़ेगा ना भाई. अगर करेंगे तभी तो वो इजी होगा. ऐसी थोड़ी ना नींद से उठ गए और ग्राफ इजी हो गया. ये तो अलग ही लेवल का बंदा है. हाँ भाई तेजस. तेजस ऐसे नहीं करते भाई. You take cycle in 2D grid for exact undirected cycle detection. This I can do this. Okay, I can try this problem, or then I can ask if this or this. Let's do this now. Let's read the question. वो अलग ही लेवल का बंदा है. यस, जस्ट अ सेकेंड. नींद आ रहा है अभी तो थोड़ा सा कर लेते इसको ना. Detect cycles in 2D grid. Given a 2D array of characters, grid of size m cross n, you need to find. अरे एक सेकेंड. ये क्वेश्चन भी मैंने बोला था. Find eventual states. What about this one? मेरे दिल में उनके लिए रिस्पेक्ट जो काफी टाइम से डीएसए में है. क्या क्या सहा होगा उन्होंने. एक योद्धा ही इस समय का बलिदान का. बाप रे बाप, बलिदान कर सकता है. It is a directed graph. So yeah, so this is the one that we should be doing now. Okay, balidan is like, guys, बलिदान से मेरे को याद आया. इज एनीबडी फॉलोइंग अप विद द सोनम वांगचुक He's like on the hunger strike in Delhi. This is like 15th day he's on strike. If you guys have uh, been following that, do you guys watching that? Are you guys near interested in that? Because it's a very serious topic. Yes, no. Ah, bhai, because it's for the neat paper, na. Neat paper got leaked and almost 20-25 student committed suicide, which is not a small thing. And hence he is asking for resignation of education minister. What's his name? Pradhan. Uh, Something Pradhan his name. But Sonam Wangchuk is very important person for India. Government should take care of him. They will make him criminal again. Yeah. So detect cycles in 2D. How long will it last? यार तुम कितने दिन भूखे रह सकते हो हम कितने दिन भूखे रह सकते हैं it's on a serious verge, 16, 15, 16 days without any food. uh he's almost died, is my screen stuck or what? It's not stuck. Okay, let's read the problem. Detect cycles in 2D grid. Given a 2D array of this m cross n, you need to find if there exists any cycle consisting of the same value in grid. A cycle is a path of length 4 or more in the grid that starts and ends at the same cell. A cycle is a path of length 4 or more in the grid that starts and ends at the same cell. From a given cell, you can move to one of the cells adjacent to it in one of the four direction. अब अच्छा it's four direction BFS भी अपना काम में आएगा मेरे को लग रहा है इसमें. If it has the same value of the current cell. Also, you cannot move to the cell that you visited in your last move. For example, this is invalid because 1 2 was we visited 1 1, which was the last visited. Return true if any cycle of the same value exists in grid, otherwise return false. Okay, this is an undirected graph का cycle detection again. क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? असर तो पड़ता है लेकिन जेंजी है साथ में. भाई असर पड़े या ना पड़े, he should be alive, So example one A B B A क्या है ये? So this true, there are two valid cycles shown in the different colors in the image below. अच्छा, like this. Okay. And इसमें C, no, is there? अच्छा, C connected like this, like this, like this. ऐसा साइकिल अवेलेबल है? बाप रे बाप. भाई ये क्वेश्चंस कैसे सॉल्व करते हैं भाई? करेंगे हम जब अपने को इंटरव्यू पूछेगा. क्लाइमेट चेंज पे क्या कहना है आपका? Yeah, these are real issues, brother. Tejas, Tejas, the title, the thumbnail is BFS. We are not gonna do DFS over here. GSOC try किया है. See, GSOC is for college students, And when I was in college, I was nowhere near to the coding. I was a mechanical student and I was interested in Baha. If you guys know this event, this event. So I participated in this event and we won in the world, in the South Africa. Our team went to South Africa and there we won Baha competition. So I was very keen interested. I had very keen interest in these things. I was master of acceleration improvement, but Zindagi had something different for me. So no G sock buddy. Tejas bhai DTYDHTF means. Oh, okay. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. कुछ नहीं भाई, समझोगे नहीं यार। ये क्वेश्चन अभी सॉल्व करें या कल करें, क्योंकि आज का टारगेट तो हो चुका है। इट्स 1 AM। टैब स्विच ने लाइफ तब स्विच ने लाइफ स्विच कर दी, हाँ। ने मैंने उसमें भी करियर स्टार्ट किया था। आई आई ज्वाइंड एज आई इंटर्नशिप। मैंने कहाँ पे इंटर्नशिप किया था? सीमेंस में इंटर्नशिप किया था, दैट टू इन स्विच गियर, जो एशिया का सबसे बड़ा स्विच गियर सेक्शन था, यू नो वहाँ पे आई डिड माई इंटर्नशिप, सीमेंस। इट वाज रियली नाइस। देन आई मूव टू सप्लाई चेन and then I moved to IT. I worked in so many different careers. Given a 2D characters, अच्छा ये मैंने पढ़ा, मेरे को कुछ चमका नहीं वैसे ना। It can be solved using what topics? DFS, BFS, Union Find Matrix. इंडी भाई आप अकेले में सर्च कर सकते हैं, थोड़ा स्लैंग है। ओके, अकेले में मैं सर्च करता हूँ इधर। बेंच। नहीं भाई, he must be very good at, बट गाली नहीं। कहाँ से लाते हो ये सब? ओके भाई। गाइस एक बार लाइक कर देना यार, so that I can simply go and sleep. अरे बड़ा पुराना है। आ, बड़ा पुराना है, सालों से पढ़ा था। सो अच्छा, ठीक है। अब नाउ दिस डिटेक्ट साइकिल्स इन ग्रिड। अब मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा। इसमें साइकिल कैसे डिटेक्ट करेंगे इसमें? फिर से, डू वी हैव टू यूज एडजेसेंसी मैट्रिक्स इन द BFS? For the BFS, like convert this to graph, and then check for the cycles like that. mm, do we have to? Okay, so I guess it said four direction wala this, so we have to use jo four direction BFS, what we used to do. Okay, so it basically used to take int rows is equal to grid dot length, and then int columns is equal to grid 0 comma length. Okay, so what we can do is like we can iterate on this complete grid and then pass each and every element and then उसके neighbors हम जाके check कर सकते हैं if that neighbors or that current has cycle. We can have the function segregated separately, and in that, from that we can check if it's cycle present or not, you know. So we again use visited array for this. So visited, this is the straightforward pattern that we used to use. Okay, and this is like rows comma columns में, ठीक है, and then we used to take uh, int array matrix directions, you know. And in this one we have like क्या क्या होता था, हम अपना 0, -1 for top, then 0, 1 for bottom, then -1, 0 for left, and 1, 0 for right. Okay, and after that we can check, we can iterate on this, क्या बोलते हैं दोनों इस पे, int I is equal to 0, I less than rows, and I plus plus. Okay, and in this one for column int j equal to 0, j less than columns, and j plus plus. And then in this one, what we can do, in this one we can run a function key if cycle present or not, and then we can return that, you know, key. So we can simply hatch cycle something we can have, and we're not sure what things we need to pass over here. If not, at the end we can like return false. Okay, so this what we can do, and now we have to think about this function public boolean hatch cycle. Okay, in this one we will add the parameters later जो भी लगता है public boolean hatch cycle. So we need to keep everything in the queue, so like we used to do. Let me think on this. What you guys are saying? इंडी भाई, अरे बड़ा पुराना, ठीक है, आपकी आपके मन की बात. BFS यूज करो, यूज विजिटेड, एंड इफ सम सेल इज ऑलरेडी विजिटेड देन, हाँ वही मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ. BFS यूज करो, यूज विजिटेड, and if some cell is already visited then there is a cycle. Yeah, yes, I deleted that, तेजस भाई. अपने ऊपर आज का फाइन 2 लेक्चर. डोंट रिटर्न डायरेक्टली, यूज इफ कंडीशन देयर इन लूप. अच्छा, यहाँ पे व्हाई नॉट, इट्स द सेम, नो. You are saying if at cycle then return true. Okay, what else you are saying? Yeah, he's here, he's helping. यहाँ पे बड़ी, मतलब we can use the same logic that we were using over here, you know. कहाँ हमने इस क्वेश्चन में हमने यूज किया ना, this key, we can take a queue, add this mark visited, and then while queue is empty we can do the inner things. बट देन हमें पता कैसे चलेगा क्यू में we can have like integer queue और int array वाला queue. Okay. If integer queue होगा तो what we can add? तो इंटीजर क्यू अगर लेंगे तो हम उसमें क्लियरली करंट रो जो आई एन जे कॉलम है, द आई एन जे कमिंग फ्रॉम द टॉप फंक्शन, वी कैन यूज दैट in this, so that we can do. Okay, so it makes sense to have queue of integer array, but what after that? We can mark the same as visited, and then we can use our simple logic key. If while queue is not empty, take that node and then take a row and column from that, and then directions पे iterate करो and all those, so that we can do. मेरे को लग रहा है इतना सिंपल नहीं है भाई. डोंट रिटर्न डायरेक्टली मैंने पढ़ा. आप अफ्रीका गए थे, साउथ अफ्रीका. नहीं, मैं तब सेकंड ईयर में था यार. फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स गए थे मेरे सीनियर्स, क्योंकि रॉयल एनफील्ड ने हमें स्पॉन्सर किया था. दिस स्पॉन्सर्ड ऑलमोस्ट 25 lakhs एट दैट टाइम. इट वाज अ वेरी बिग इवेंट. Check for each element in matrix, else it will return on index 00 only when if condition not used. कौन से पार्ट में ब्राइब वगैरह डिमांड करा उन लोगों ने? नहीं यार, कॉलेज में था. कॉलेज में हमारा स्ट्रिक्ट था, वहाँ पे कुछ ब्राइब वाइब ये सब नहीं. आवाज़ बढ़िया आ रही है ना अथर्व अभी? पहले नॉइज़ आ रहा होगा, अभी नॉइज़ नहीं आ रहा होगा बिल्कुल भी. So let me take a queue over here, q e u e, and it will be of integer array, and then let me q u e is equal to new array dict. Okay, in this queue I can pass current I comma j. I can pass, then I can pass the graph. क्या है इसका नाम? grid. I can pass grid and I can pass visited. So जो मेरे पास यहाँ पे है, and then डायरेक्शंस की ज़रूरत है क्या यहाँ पे? विल सी. ऑडिबिलिटी बढ़ गई है काफ़ी. नाइस. भाई तुम एक काम करो तेजस, आई विल सेंड यू अ गूगल मीट लिंक एंड देन यू सॉल्व इट फॉर मी. ऐड करंट एलिमेंट्स इन क्यू विथ आई जे कोऑर्डिनेट्स. Look in all four direction if same character, then mark it visited. ट्रैवर्स वही करने जा रहे हैं, बट ओजी का वाइब तो वही रहेगा. या सो यहाँ पे आई कैन हैव लाइक int row, int column, char matrix, grid. कैरी है ना ये? या एंड देन boolean visited. Okay, and then in this queue dot add, we can add new int array, and in this one I can add row comma column. Okay, this row and column I can add. Then I can mark, I should mark this as visited as well. So row comma column, mark it as visited. Okay, then the usual DFS that we do, 4 direction DFS. No, now queue is not empty, so we can leverage this queue dot is not empty, okay, and in this one we can have like node queue dot poll. Okay, but this is an int array. So it will give us like int r is equal to node 0, and then int क्या बोलते गाइज, लाइक करते रहो स्ट्रीम को, node 1. Okay, these two things, and then I can like int dir on directions. सो ये भी पास करना पड़ेगा अपने को, डायरेक्शंस. दिस ओके, directions, and then int new row is equal to r plus direction 0, and then int new column is equal to c plus. भाई मेरे को बहुत नींद आ रही है अभी, मेरा माइंड शट डाउन हो रहा है. ओके, and then if the usual conditions that we use, new row should be greater than equal to 0 and new column should be greater than equal to 0, and क्या बोलते this, क्या बोलते public new row less than rows, so we have to pass this as well, and new column should be less than columns, so we need int rows comma int columns, so let's pass that as well, rows comma columns. Okay, and ये क्या दिया मैंने यहाँ पे, so this thing, this should be and c less than columns, and then and this should not be visited, so visited, this should not be visited, new row new column. Okay, what else should not be visited only, that's it, no? ओके, इसके अंदर हमें वो क्यू में तो ऐड करना पड़ेगा, क्यू यू ई डॉट ऐड न्यू इंट array and then new row comma new column. This we can add and we can mark this as visited, new row new column is equal to true. Okay, but now अपने को साइकिल डिटेक्शन वाला भी तो लॉजिक लिखना है. ऐड करंट एलिमेंट इन क्यू विथ आइज, ये मैंने पढ़ा, बट ओजी ओके ब्रो, आई कैन सॉल्व इट ऑन अ मीट, या अपना टाइम आएगा. इफ विजिटेड देन रिटर्न ट्रू साइकिल. ओके, इफ विजिटेड देन रिटर्न ट्रू साइकिल, इट्स व्हाट ही इज सेइंग. तो हम ये एक कंडीशन में नहीं लिख सकते क्या सब कुछ? Because we need to find, the goal is to like find the cycle. If not visited, then only we have to do this, but if visited, then we have to return true. What about these conditions? I can simply write else if not visited, then return true. Yeah, I know. यहाँ पे अगर कुछ भी नहीं होगा तो we have to return something false. -1 out of bound. So this condition we have to take it out. This condition we have to take it out. Okay. And then we have to do this inside this. Okay, so that new row greater than 0, new column greater than 0, this if not visited then add to queue, if this then do this. Okay, it worked. Only one condition is worked. It should be ट्रू तो शायद एक दो केसेस ही पास हो रहे होंगे. सो 49 आउट ऑफ 78 विच इज़ अ गुड स्कोर. ठीक है, विच इज़ अ गुड स्कोर. अपना टाइम आएगा. डिस्कॉर्ड पे कुछ आया है. कहाँ आया है डिस्कॉर्ड पे कुछ आवाज़ तो आया नहीं मेरे को. कल का है वो यार. सो नाउ टेल मी, if nr greater than 0, no need to check not visited. We need to check not visited na. If visited, return true. other logic ऑफ टॉपिक चैनल में है. इट साउंड्स अच्छा. काइंड लाइक मी. जब से मैंने कोशिश करना चालू किया तब से कोशिश करने वालों की हार. नाइस. अरे लाइक कर दो यार स्ट्रीम को ना, ऐसे मत करो मेरे साथ बदसलूकी. वाई नॉट विजिटेड चेक करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. नॉट विजिटेड तो चेक करना पड़ेगा ना, फिर क्यू में कहाँ से ऐड करेंगे हम. व्हेन वी विल ऐड इट टू द क्यू. अभी दिमाग लगना बंद हो गया भाई. Where's the mistake here? Bro, just check if NRNC is valid, and if valid visited then directly return true. If valid visited then directly return true. सॉरी ये गलत किया था. इफ ओके 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 मेरे को समझ में आया. इफ विजिटेड दिस else should I do this or not this, just else. Okay. Bro, just check NRNC is valid, and if valid visited then directly result. इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं. You are saying नहीं तेजस. Also check is it same char. Also check is it same char. तो मेरे को देख देख के बता रहे हो ऐसा लग रहा है कहीं से कि पहले कुछ अलग बोला बाद में कुछ अलग बोला. दोस्तों हम 15 लाइक्स की तरफ जा रहे हैं। क्या आपका योगदान दिखाता है आप भी सीखने के इच्छुक है? बाप रे बाप। इट शुड बी सेम कैरेक्टर इन होल लूप। ये तो मैं नहीं समझ पाया, मेरे को बताओ लिख के। तेजस, ये मेरे को बताओ, ये लूप में क्या मतलब, क्या गलती कर रहा हूँ? टेक दिस, आई एम पेस्टिंग दिस इन द चैट। ये पूरा आएगा नहीं एक चैट में ना। So this condition is correct. Let's go line by line. This condition is correct. ठीक है, as you said, I made this if visited, return true. Okay, this is also correct. Then else condition. Do we need else condition? Yes, I guess we need else condition. So if I submit this, it's working somewhat. 30 अब कम हो गए टेस्ट केसेस रन होना. If nr and mat. अच्छा, ओके 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 ओके. तो इससे पहले कंडीशन चाहिए. So you mean to say this condition I should add over here? If grid row comma column is equal to grid new row comma new column, then in that case also return true, like this. Just you tell. मैं सोच रहा हूँ इंग्लिश ही बोलूँ, आपकी इंग्लिश प्रैक्टिस भी डिस्टर्ब होती है. हाँ यस, whoever is talking in me, whichever language, I just try to reply in that only. Add this on line number 38. लाइन नंबर 38 पे ऐड किया भाई. Then what? Then inside this, if visited true, not, then this. चैट जीपीटी कुछ अलग ही दे रहा है यार. वो तो कुछ पेरेंट रो और ये सब करने के लिए बोल रहा है. पेरेंट रो, पेरेंट कॉलम. Use this code only because I am very close. So tell close and fix the mistake. Don't use parent row or parent column. Hello buddy, code 99. Hello buddy, welcome to the stream. Guys, don't forget to like the stream, huh? We are overdoing this one more problem. So let's see तेजस क्या कहना चाह रहा है, या मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ, उसका ही मैंने आगे दिया है. योर मिस्टेक इज दिस. अरे ये तो तेजस ने बोला कि ऐसे करने के लिए. द प्रीवियस सेल इज ऑलरेडी विजिटेड, सो रिटर्न्स ट्रू इमीडिएटली विदाउट स्टोरिंग द पेरेंट काउंट visited same character. So this Tejas, अरे ओ तेजस, it's asking me to use visited neighbors. This one visited neighbor can be cell we came from. More than one means another path reached this node. So it's saying to use this before this. Okay, int neighbors. ठीक है, and यहाँ पे instead of returning this, it's saying do this. Okay, and at the end it's saying कि if uh, this visited neighbors is greater than 1, then it's saying return true. साला है न कोई साली है, नियत भी which year भाई I am in the final year of my life. I am actually working professional. कॉलेज होके मेरा ज़माना हो गया है भाई. मैं भी हूँ इधर वर्जन 0. हाय ब्रदर, व्हाट हैपन नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यूज में? यू आर ऑलमोस्ट डन. द रिमेनिंग मिस्टेक इज द आउटर लूप. यू आर कॉलिंग BFS अगेन इवन फॉर ऑलरेडी विजिटेड सेल्स. ओके ओके, इट वर्कड. अच्छा खासा इट वर्क नो, इट वर्कड वेरी वेल. लेकिन ये मेरे को इतना अच्छे से समझा नहीं है. इट्स ओके. ये मेरे को समझा. इफ इज विजिटेड नेबर्स ग्रेटर देन 1 और ऑल दिस. हाँ हो गया तेजस, अभी हो गया. स्टोर करंट कैरेक्टर इन वन वेरिएबल and start BFS. Once visited the char, change it to hash and look for visited. ये ChatGPT से पूछ लो भाई. भाई ये हो गया तेजस. I had so many hopes from you कि you are giving correct code. You did, but not a complete correct code. Okay, so we have solved 3 questions, you know. Let me update over here. So 3 out of 2. And this was 88 question, and redundant connection we solved. So let me refresh in the OBS. Guys, please do like the stream here. Now it's time to leave. बहुत नींद आ रही है. कल भी मेरी नींद नहीं हुई है. Now I have so much of work to do of office in the morning. Okay. So yeah, thank you Tejas for helping out here. Whatever help you did, it was helpful. Now, so thank you Tejas. This is hard for you. Take this. And yeah, जिसने भी like नहीं किया, please do like the stream. And thank you bro. Do share your LeetCode profile, Tejas. Do share your LeetCode profile on Discord or LinkedIn or anywhere else, wherever you can text me. Guys, you can always text me on LinkedIn for any help or anything. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Because I have seen that not all of you are on Discord. So you can text me on LinkedIn. Yeah. So recap wala, let me end this poll. Do vote on this. तेजस बोर से 1 2 3. अरे स्पेस कहाँ आता है भाई इसमें? बिना स्पेस का दे दो ना. बिना स्पेस का नाम होता है भाई। तेजस बोर्ड से अब यहाँ कहाँ लिखूं मैं? 404। हाँ ये दो। क्या तुम्हें हो गया ये? 1131 क्वेश्चंस, बाप रे बाप। और तब भी तुम्हें ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करवाने में मेरे को इतना टाइम लगा भाई। नाउ आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग विथ यू। Glad I found this channel. Already subscribed. Will watch videos one by one. Thanks in advance. Oh, thank you so much, yaar. Thank you so much, buddy. What's your name? Sukrut. Sukrut Bilaskar. Thank you, buddy. So for you guys, I'll do, whatever the questions that we are solving, I'll create a recap video of that. Let me end the poll here. So जिसने भी vote नहीं किया होगा, please vote. Based on that, I'll strategize how to portray this content for you to be simplified. Like 2 घंटे का stream, I don't expect you to watch again. So I'm ending the poll. Sukrut, yeah, buddy, this is very nice comment. I'm like living for these such comments. So how many? 12 votes. 83% are saying yes. Okay. So I'll show you. I have created an agent that I can improvise. It's called director agent, AI stream director agent. So what it does, it breaks down it into many clips, because in the year 2021, when there was no AI and all, I used to use MEG library from the Python, and there was one more library which one used to cut, one used to remove the silences, and another one used to join the cuts. So that's how these clips used to work, and then it combines all of them. And now I have added क्या बोलते हैं उसमें transition. So that time though I was used to do add the timestamps like start and end to that for this each and every clip. But for this now I have a director agent created. So there is a skill. कहाँ गया मेरा skill? Director text. So this is what the skill set for this one. So I can keep this improving, and from this I can give you a preview video. So see, this has converted my 2 hour stream into 12-minute का stream without me doing anything, and it used 40 क्या बोलते हैं उसको 40 cents of my token, like 40 cents US dollars for one video, and that is nothing. That is literally nothing. So now I can see 83% has voted in, so I can improvise on this one, because there is some render may issue. So I can fix this, and I'll give you the recap video, and I can automate this. So whenever a stream is done, like today's stream, we have solved 3 problems. So the recap stream would be almost 8 to 12 minutes long, and in that 8 to 20 minutes long, not 12 minutes long, 8 to 20 minutes long, and in that one you can see the recap. So not the whole video, but you guys will have to see that video, because I have posted one video today from this this preview video, and you guys haven't watched that. I'm seeing that you guys haven't watched that. So what's the problem? I'm trying to understand here. So maybe should I mark it as recap video only, recap of this video? So this video I have published 12 minutes 4 second. So this is the video that I have published from the stream, and this is an automated video. So do watch the video, guys. ओह, मैं शायद नींद में हूँ या क्या हो, मैं इतना बात कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so this is a very nice little project that I created, automation director, and I can I'll post the recaps based on the poll. So thank you all for joining the stream. Those who haven't liked the stream, please do like the stream. We have solved 3 problems today. We have learned literally a new skill. on the stream, which is like we have literally learned the cycle detection algorithm pattern today. And based on that, we have solved three questions, which is an achievement. If you like coming to the stream and learning something new and using that and solving the question right in front of you, which is like a huge achievement for me. So if you guys want me to again come and learn something new, some new patterns, because I have a list of patterns that I wanna learn now, because graph is such a vast topic, it has many different things. Still, I have tried to cover almost every possible problem from the lead code, but still we have so many of unsolved and attempting questions. So I have to do that. If you guys want to see me doing this, then for that you have to like the stream. So do like the stream and do let me know ki you guys want these things, and so that I'll be keep coming back to solving these problems. So till then, let me change the scenery. I just started DSA from where I should start. Start from the easier problems, Sukrut. Start from the arrays, palindromes, basic questions जो है ना sum वगैरह, ये सब question you can start from those questions and go concept wise. I'll suggest you can follow the Travers list initially, because इसमें basics वगैरह अच्छे से दिए हुए हैं. So whatever the language you are following, based on that you can start your Travers list. And then there are not these patterns. कहाँ गया? Yeah, don't do this recursion वगैरह. You can start with the arrays problems. This one, these problems you can start, बिकॉज अरेज हर लैंग्वेज में होते हैं और तुम उसको अच्छे से कर सकते हो. डू दिस इजी मीडियम हार्ड. देन उसके बाद यू कैन गो ईदर ऑन द स्ट्रिंग्स, ओके, और ईदर ऑन द सॉर्टिंग. if you don't want to if you want to start on strings, then after strings you can do linked list, and after linked list you can do sorting, because linked list में भी कुछ sortings के problems है. So if you want this Traverse list का link, let me paste this in the chat for you. You can refer to this is popular list. ये मेरे को stream से ही पता चला है, तो ये तो अब तक तुम लोगों को पता ही होगा. But sticking to the basics is always the best idea. Yeah, चलो, it was too much for today. Yeah, sorry, there was no audio present. I'll just repeat. So I was telling you guys कि we have been solving lead code, and before that I did the system design के problems, and now I want to do something on the Docker. Docker करके मेरे को बहुत time हो गया, because I feel like I don't know Docker. So to gain that confidence, I have to learn the Docker on the stream, and I'll deploy something on the stream in front of you. I'll not use Kubernetes. I'll just stick to the Docker, and the application that I'm planning to deploy using Docker is the URL shortener, which we built on the stream. So URL shortener is a very simple project, and it wouldn't be very difficult for me to explain you that again and again. So I'll choose that project, and using the Docker, I'll try to deploy that. I don't know where to deploy, I don't know how to deploy, so we will figure that out, and that will be the next project in line. So that's what we will do. So till then, take care. Bye bye. I'll be always here. I'll start the stream at 10 p.m. So anybody who wanna join me, or you wanna study alongside with me, or if you want to ask some doubts, you can tune in at 10 p.m. daily. So I do daily streams over here. I do lead code. I do system designs. I create projects, and I do whatever the fuck which makes me a better engineer. So till then, take care, bye bye, and see you.